What's up, guys? How you doing? We about to go live with Master Wayne so he can talk about a way that you guys can make some money that can change your life. I'm here looking at a bag right now, checking something out real quick. Where the heck did it go? You ever like find something that you're missing and you can't find where you put it at? That's what I'm going through right now, guys. Hold on. Come on, it's moving slow. Welcome everybody to the live. Hold on one second. There we go. What's up, guys? How you doing? I give up, bro. This is just. We waiting for him to come on the live real quick, but I'm trying to. Okay, found it. Had to take care of something. How's everybody doing today? We got 19 people watching. Somebody leave a comment. Somebody leave a comment. No comments coming in. You rocking out with the one and only PhillyDom. Everybody know we're at 75K subscribers. The channel is moving. We pushing. We grooving. What's going on with you guys today? Just waiting for Master Wayne to get in the live, and I'll let him do his thing. Can anybody? Somebody leave a comment. This is weird. Oh, PhillyDom Sadu, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? What's going on with you? What's going on? We got to meet one day. CJ said, what's up, bro, from Chicago, Chi-Town in the house, without a doubt. Okay, y'all, you guys are coming in really fast. Miles, what's going on, bro? We just waiting for Master Wayne to come in, and he's going to do the live. So he's going to be running it by himself today because I got to go out with a friend. I got a friend here that came to see me from the channel, so I'm going to be hanging out with him. Dan said, and Belize, what's going on, Belize? Greg R said, big up Philly, the man, the myth, the legend. Yes, indeed, I'm here, man. Appreciate you, man. Greg R, appreciate you, champ. Got 30 people watching, man. Make sure you share my videos, get a video like. James, I see you. I'm from Senegal. Senegal is in the house. I like your channel a lot. Thank you, man. I'm trying my best, you know what I mean? I'm not perfect, but I'm trying, man. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're waiting for Master Wayne to get on this live. He's going to do the live today by himself. I won't be able to be on the live. Big PhillyDom, what's up, bro? All is well, man. All is well, Greg R. All is well, man. Yeah, we're going to have him come on and talk about getting working with Amazon and opening your own store online that make you be able to travel or, you know, just help you with your funds. Sage said, yeah, like the video as you come in. Yes, indeed. Dare said, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're just waiting for Master Wayne to come in. And I'm out of here. He's going to take it from here, man. I got to go. So we're just waiting for him to come in on the live. Let me give you all his information right here so you guys can have it. That's Master Wayne information. Yeah, he's going to tell you how to open up an online store. If anybody's interested in working in Alaska, contact me as well, and I can give you some information or direct you in the right way. William said, big up, PhillyDom, watching from Camden, New Jersey. Shout out to Camden, New Jersey, man. That's our family right there. Camden, New Jersey, in the house. That's what's up, man. Camden, New Jersey, in the house, without a doubt. That's Master Wayne information. We waiting for him to come in on the live real quick. The live was already supposed to start, man. I'm just waiting for him, so he should be in at any moment now. Make sure you guys share my videos, give my videos a like, and keep pushing my videos. I greatly appreciate it. Share my videos on all your media outlets. We at 75K. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep doing our thing. Nothing going to stop us. Nothing going to slow us down. We're going to keep pushing. But right now, it's not about PhillyDom. Today is about Master Wayne. He need to get some Master Wayne hats called Amazon for Life and put them out there. So he's going to talk to you guys about Amazon. We're just waiting for him. I'm stalling, but all is well, man. I'm out here, and I'm in Sao Paulo, Brazil right now. I may make my way back to Rio pretty soon, but I'm in Sao Paulo right now. in an area called Villa Magdalena, really wealthy area, bohemic neighborhood, nightlife neighborhood, nice restaurant neighborhood, real classy place, man. You know, I'm coming direct from the hostels where I stay all the time. Mills said the brother with the passport is most hated right now. Yeah, man, you know the passport bro situation is getting out of control. Only problem I have, I don't like that they just saying basically what they're trying to say is that every black guy that's traveling is traveling for women, and that's not true. That's false. That's so far stretched from the truth. And if a person is, it's their business. But it's so far stretched from the truth. That's not everybody travels for different things. Some people travel for the food. Some people travel for the culture. Some people do travel for the woman. Some people travel just for the experience to get out of the country. The U.S. is expensive. I can talk about the U.S. coming from the U.S. U.S. is a very expensive place, man. Very expensive place. So if people have opportunities to do something else, they are for it. Come on, Master Wayne. We waiting for Master Wayne. That's why I've been talking on it this long. Waiting for the stream to load. Okay. Master Wayne came on, said he waiting for the stream to load. Dear Nadi said you've been traveling way before this stuff. Way before this stuff. That's why I can't consider myself to be a passport bro because I'm an OG. You know, and I've been doing this for a long time. This passport bro phenomenon started probably, I don't know, 2020, 2020, probably during COVID, I think it started. I don't know when it started, but you know, anytime black people do things in big numbers, you know what I mean? They always put some kind of label on it. I mean, the passport name itself is cool. Passport Bros it sound cool, but now they saying that we only travel to talk to ladies, which some guys do. I'm not saying that either. I'll be lying to you if I said that, but not everybody's on that same path. Just for the ladies, they travel for different reasons. When other races of people travel, nobody cares what they travel for, even if they just traveling for ladies. But when guys do it, it's some kind of big problem. PhillyDom side dude said, Maya said people he has helped is ungrateful. Are you one of those individuals, Dominique? No, stop being a freaking hater, man. PhillyDom side dude, stop being a hater. I just talked to him the other day, man. He just congratulated me on 75K. And I talked to him on his birthday. I called him on his birthday. So we don't have them type of issues, man. I'm a Philly dude. Don't even why you shouldn't even address me like that, man. Where I'm from, you know what we're about. I don't do shady stuff to people close to me, man. No, you just stirring up the pot, PhillyDom side, dude. But it's all about Amazon and Master Wayne. We just waiting for him to come on the live. He got that new MacBook Pro, man. I tell you, man, I'm gonna keep running with these old computers, man. These new computers, these MacBook Pros, giving people too many problems. All my friends that have it, most of them that have it, they always have some kind of technical problems with the MacBook Pro. Is that true? Let me know, guys. And we got X in the building. Shout out to my boy X. Travelers staying in hostels for better prices per night and meeting fellow travelers. Community is important. Meeting other English speakers is also a huge benefit when you're in countries like Brazil. Yes, indeed. It is. Definitely, definitely. What X said right there, he's spot on. He's definitely spot on with that. He's definitely spot on with that. I know, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Master Wayne. I got some chicken to eat, Master Wayne. Master Wayne, I got some chicken to eat. Come on, man. Master Wayne in the building. We still waiting for him to come on. CJ said, "Are you currently doing anything with Amazon with Master Wayne?" No, right now I want to have him teach me in person. I could do it on online, whatever, but I'd rather him do it with me in person. So right now I get a referral. He's helping me with like referrals if somebody joins the program. But that's it. No, I did not with him. But I have family members that have did stuff with him, good close friends that are working with him as well. Some of them are doing real good with the program. Other ones still not doing that good. But I mean, I've talked to them. I'm close with my people and I'm transparent. I got one cousin that's doing it, and she said that she's been slacking on her end. It ain't been on Master Wayne, and because she's supposed to get a product like every day or something. She ain't been doing that because she has some other, issues she's dealing with and stuff like that. Because Master Wayne, what he does, he gives you guys a formula, and you got to stick to the formula. And I noticed the people that stick to the formula are very successful with the program, but those that go away from the formula, do their own thing, are not successful with the program. So I was trying to call my cousin today. I didn't get a chance. I want to call her, ask her what's going on, but some other people that I know are doing it, and they're making out perfectly all right. It's working for them. So it's like anything in life. Whatever you put into it, what you get out of it. I'm gonna skip someone. My boy X said Maya is mainly talking about. Oh yeah, he's talking about Michael Punta from Italy. Yeah, I actually met him. I met him. He's actually a cool dude, but yeah, I know he got beef with Maya, so he got beef with me. Maya was my people, man. He's the guy that started me with YouTube and everything, so I always rock with him no matter what. You know what I mean? And if it's something that I don't like what he's doing, I always will correct him on it later. But Maya was a good dude, man. We've have nothing but a good relationship, man. He's nothing but a solid dude the whole time. We having a little technical problem, man. This is crazy. Let me see what's going on. I got a message. No, but he was talking about him and Michael got into it. And then my sister was dating Michael. So it's a lot tied into it. You start dating people, family members, they're going, you gotta be pretty on point with stuff. All right. All right, I'll stall him for a couple more minutes, man. We here, we just waiting for Master Wayne. Just some technical problems. Your computers sometimes, you know how they react to different things because he has to load a whole program up so he can give you guys the slideshow. But no, after that, man, everything's all right, man. Just out here in Brazil, maxing and relaxing. Where are you from? I wanted to ask you that. What country are you from? Yes, I'm talking to you. Czech Republic. Czech Republic. Okay, that's a cool country. Yeah. Yeah. Just wanted to know. I'm from the United States, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Okay, X said he doesn't want to give a promo. Yeah, okay, Master Wayne is coming in. Master Wayne is finally coming in. This is the man of the hour, St. Louis. Sac passe, man. Philly Marco, Sac passe. I know. Now Marco, he's in the program. He's doing excellent in the program, in the Master Wayne mentorship program. Doing excellent in that program.
For sure.
Master Wayne, you looking mad? Yeah, from Philly. Yeah, Marco's from Philly, man.
Let me grab my headphones real quick.
Yeah, Marco from Philly, man. What's going on with you, man? I'm upset, man. When I was in Philly for friggin' 2 months, we didn't get the chance to hang out. It was the schedules, and I was bouncing in and out of the city, so that was a lot on my end. And I know how people work, man. Yeah, man. I know how the matrix is, and I know how everybody working and stuff. I know you got a full-time job. You doing your Amazon. Everybody got a wife. You got kids. I ain't know how it go down in the matrix. So I understood. I wasn't upset. And we wasn't even that far from each other, Marco. We wasn't even that far from each other, man. I'm right there in Mount Airy. PhillyDom side dude said, Dominic, we love you, man. PhillyDom side dude, man. They worrying about you, man. They worrying about you. They like, yo, are you the real deal or are you an imposter? Master Wayne is ready. Can you put the link in? You could drop the link. You know how they say in the studio, drop the track. Drop the link in.
Let me go ahead and share my screen, make sure that that's working, and then you're good.
All right, you're going to have to control it by yourself today, man, because I got a guest here. So I know you got it. You got it. You did it one time when I fell asleep on you. I'll never forget the live. I passed out.
That would be several times, actually, not just one time.
He's like, I guess PhillyDom is not coming back on the live, guys. God bless you. Have a good night. Thank you for coming out.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Right, I put your WhatsApp number in here so they can reach out to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me present, share screen, presentation. Yeah. There we go. Let's share. Now let's move this over. All right, we should be good to go. And I think I can
You
see the
should be good to
comments
go,
too.
man. All right, you can see the comments, right? Because I ain't gonna be here to help you. I'll
Yeah,
be back in
I
a
can
little
see.
bit. Yeah.
All right,
So
but
now
just give me a screen check. Make sure you can see my presentation.
I'm gonna put you up there. It's up there.
All right, okay, yep. There we go.
Big screen it up. I'm gonna mute myself, and it's all you, Master Wayne. It's
All
all
right,
you, man.
appreciate it. What's up,
Appreciate you,
ladies and
man.
gentlemen? I'm Wayne McShay, aka Master Wayne. And before this whole passport bro thing became a phenomenon, I was getting money with Amazon. I've been an Amazon seller now for over 10 years. So I started way back in 2013. And then it was right around 2015 when I got my passport. And the very first trip I took was to Medellin, Colombia for 3 months. And I've been doing big numbers ever since. So I'm a self-made millionaire through Amazon. And, you know, if I was in your seat and about to learn this information and watch this presentation, the first thing I would say is what makes me qualified to teach this. And then that's what the first thing I'm going to address and show you. So I'm going to show you how much money is in my bank account, how much money I make every single month. And I'm going to show you bank statements. Then I'm going to show you my Amazon account. And then I'm also going to show you what my mentees are doing. I got about 4 or 5 mentees making between $10,000 a month and $15,000 a month. And then I got another about 20 who are making between $2,500 a month to $7,500 a month. And then another handful who are just starting off. So I'm going to take you through everything, and it's going to be quick. So don't tap out, don't miss anything. But as I was saying previously, before this whole passport bro became a movement, I was one of the ones who was just, you know, got to the party first. So I got a VIP seat and I've been chilling ever since. Now, to address the whole passport bro thing, you know, it's not about traveling and meeting women. And, you know, people are going to hate on you regardless. Whether or not you're homeless, they're going to talk about you, or whether or not you're living in a penthouse, they're going to talk about you. They're going to hate either way. So you want to be the best version of yourself as possible. So if they do hate on you, you still living your best life. So there's 350 million people in the United States. If we chop that population in half, then we got about 175. But we know that African Americans in the United States only make up 13% of the population. So if we just take 10% of 350 million, you got 35 million. And then if we chop that down in half, we got 17 million. And then we chop it in half one more time, we only got about 9 to 8 million. So for Black men, the dating pool in the United States, if you want to date a Black woman, is only about 8-9 million women total, right? And then you also have to think about your age range. But when you get your passport and you open yourself up to the world, there's 8 billion people in the world, and half of the people in the world are women. Women are born twice the rate of men. So when you break down how many dateable women there are in the world, it ends up being almost 2 billion. So do you want to date from a pool of only 8 million women, or would you like to date from a pool of 2 billion women? So for all these people now to sit on the sideline and hate and be like, oh, these passport bros just going to take advantage of women and they're predators. Nah, you're giving yourself the best chance of happiness just based on a mathematical principle of the more options you have, the better chances you have to succeed. So that's all it comes down to. All right, now let's get into the presentation. So here's what I do. I teach people how to purchase products from retailers, what to do with those products in order to get them into Amazon, and then how to sell them. And before you even purchase the product, you'll know whether or not it's profitable just based on doing your research and analysis. So I'm going to show you what that look like. But before I do that, let me show you why I am bona fide and verified to teach this, because that's the first question I would ask. So here's a picture of me at an ATM taking a picture of my bank account information directly on the screen. And if you think this is Photoshop, no problem, I got you. Because a little bit later, I'm gonna show you my monthly bank statements so that I can corroborate this information. But you can see on my debit card right here, 7854. And you can see down here, the same digits on the screen, 7854, with the flash blocking out the 4. And so that's 100,000 in my savings account and 1.3 million in my checking account. So as you can see, I've been doing this for now over 10 years. I make good money. It frees me up, gives me the time and opportunity to do what I want to do and live my life how I desire and how I choose, without answering to anybody, without taking any time off, without vacation time, without a boss, without an alarm clock. None of those setbacks or restrictions. Now, if that's not good enough, then here's one of my Amazon accounts. So as you can see right here, the total balance is sitting at 26,584, $4,000 worth of sales for the day, 16 orders. And this is a couple days later. And this time I decided to film it with my phone so you could see it in live and in living color. So you can see that that's not Photoshop or it's not cap. Let me see. It looks like it's taking a little while to load. Might have to just, okay, here we go. So for some reason, the internet is kind of slow today. That's what took me so long to get into the live. But I've been to 15 countries. I've been on 3 continents, and I've been to 41 states. So this is all I do full time, is just travel. I've been living in the Dominican Republic now for 17 months. And in another 3 weeks, I'm gonna be packing up and then either moving to Brazil, joining PhillyDom, or going to Thailand. So I'm just flip a coin one day and just go wherever. One of my clients the other day asked me, well, how come you don't know which one you're gonna go to? And I told him because, you know, most people have to decide in advance so they can purchase their plane tickets in advance. But when you got money in the bank, you don't operate that way anymore. You'll wake up one day and be like, man, I'm just gonna fly to Dubai. And you'll buy the ticket same day. Of course, you're gonna pay the highest price possible. But, you know, again, you know, when you get financial freedom, it opens up those doors for you. So, you know, you're not limited anymore by doing things a certain way. All right, so this video is taking a little bit long to load. Let me wait for it for a few more seconds. If not, I'll just continue. But in this video, you're gonna see me sitting at my computer. I have a 3 monitor setup, and on the table, there's like my Cohiba that I love to smoke, my secondary cell phone, and then some remote controls. And you can see me just taking my mouse, hitting the refresh button, and 2 days later, my balance went from 26,000 to 32,000. So, you know, I make a couple of $1,000s every day on Amazon, and it just adds up. Okay, now it's loaded. So that's the setup that I described, you know, my cell phone, the remote control, my Cohiba. And then you can see I got a little monitor attachment that just goes on the computer, and it gives you 3 screens simultaneously. And because I'm in the DR, you'll see on the screen, it keeps trying to convert me over from English to Spanish or from Spanish to English. So I would just let it load up real quick, and then I'll just continue. But guys, you know, so this is not a course. You know, I'm not asking you to go and pay your money and watch 400 videos. This is a mentorship. So once you subscribe and you join the program, I welcome you to the family. I add you to my WhatsApp group and to my Facebook group so everybody can welcome you to the team. And then I'll walk you through step by step everything from how to register to become a seller on Amazon, how to set up your account and get it ready to sell, how to find all the products you'll ever need to sell, and then how to ship those products into Amazon and avoid all the logistical nightmares that will put you out of business. So this is a full mentorship with me just holding your hand, you know. So this is very rare because usually millionaires don't come back down to this level and be like, yo, I'll walk you through it step by step, not unless you're paying them an egregious amount of money. So there you can see my balance on the screen, 32,784. This video is moving real slow, so I'm probably just going to move on. Yeah, it's still loading and freezing. So boom, here's my bank statement. You can see right here, deposit 35,000. So every month I do between $30,000 and $35,000. Here's another one. This one's for $32,000, and you can see right next to it. You can also see how much money I usually spend a month. So it just depends on what I'm doing that particular month. For this month, I flew from the Dominican Republic back home to Atlanta and then out to Las Vegas because my niece was getting married out there. So I spent a little bit more than I usually spend. So that was $27,000. And then I never ever save money. My motto is to teach you to make more money every single month than you spend. That way you save automatically. So as you can see, I still have $5,000 a month, well, $5,400 that I didn't even spend. So that's like saving $5,000 a month. All right. So moving on. Boom. These are some of the locations I traveled to. Again, I've been doing this since 2015, full time. The only time I go home to Atlanta is for weddings, funerals, and maybe Christmas and Thanksgiving. That's it. Other than that, I'm out here in the world, traveling from country to country, living my best life. Sometimes I take vacations inside of vacations. Like a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, my girls and I usually had 2 girlfriends at a time. And sometimes people meet me, they'll be like, yo, how do you have 2 girlfriends? Or why do you have 2 girlfriends? And I explain it like this. If you had enough money, I can almost guarantee you would have multiple cars. And if you had enough money, I can also guarantee you'll probably have multiple houses. And if you had enough money, I can almost guarantee you'll have multiple significant others. That's just how you'll move through life, because now the normal restrictions don't really apply to you. You're just living your best life. All right. So I got a thing for motorcycles. I love helicopters. I love doing little private yacht tours, all that good stuff. Penthouses, yada, yada, yada. This is me in Atlanta, skydiving. So this is me in Medellin, Colombia, going parapente, where they basically strap you into a harness and you're attached to an instructor, and then they run you off the side of a mountain, and you're literally flying through the air, sailing through the clouds. And Medellin is 5,000 feet above sea level. So, at this altitude, you're literally neck to neck in the clouds, as you can see. Sometimes we actually went through a couple of clouds. And so my only advice is, if you're going to ever do this, make sure you go on the warmest day possible, because at that altitude, it's freezing cold. And if you drop something, you're not going to find it. So make sure you don't drop anything. All right. This is me, I'm still in Medellin, Colombia. This is called Tres Cruces Mountain, and you can see the whole city down in the valley. So once you climb up this mountain, it will wear you out because the air is very thin, and of course that elevated altitude. So you got to be in tip-top condition to even do something like this. And back in the ATL, before I really started traveling full time, I was a season ticket holder to all the major sports franchises in the ATL. So the Braves, the Atlanta United, the Falcons, and the Hawks. All right, so here I am in the Dominican Republic where I'm at now. So I'm staying in a community called Casa Linda. It's one of the most prestigious communities in Sosua, Dominican Republic. 24-hour security, gated. I got my own private pool, coconut trees in the backyard, papaya trees in the back, in the front yard. And then in this screenshot right here, you can see a girlfriend, or one of them, with a big smile on her face, because I bought her a motorcycle, and I bought myself one too. So, when you start making the type of money that you really want to make, you're going to put a lot of smiles on a lot of people's faces. You're going to be able to provide for your family members, your children, your parents, and you're going to be able to turn up and live the life that you want to live. Before the pandemic, I would jump on a plane in Atlanta and fly to Dallas, Texas, and go here. This is called Spa Castle. It's just like a resort, and it's got 24-hour water activities. They got built-in hotel, restaurants, like 8 different saunas, 3 jacuzzis, 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools, 1 green, 1 blue, tanning beds, movie theater rooms, an indoor pool where you can watch the game, pull up to the bar. It's just a great place. So it's actually in Cumberland, Texas, So, you know, you can Google Spa Castle, it'll pop right up. It looks like it's a homage to the Egyptian days, where it's made like it's got a lot of Egyptian pharaohs and statues outside of it. So it's real dope. And it's just a good place to go to wow your date or to take your wife or something too. So this is me in Medellin, Colombia for Halloween. Of course, I was dressed up as Neo from the Matrix. All right, so here I am in Costa Rica going whitewater rafting, and here I am doing indoor skydiving. Boom. And when you travel, you get to meet some of the best people that you've ever met from all over the world, because everybody's on vacation, just living the best life. So beach living, cruises, festivals, you just do it all, and you're just out having the time of your life. This is in Cartagena, Colombia. They walk you up some steps, and then you climb down a ladder into the pit of a volcano that's filled with mud, and they cover you in the mud. It's very therapeutic. This is also in Cartagena, a little penthouse, smoking a cohiba overlooking the city. Rock climbing in Dallas, Texas. It's a grain silo, and this is the tallest rock climbing indoor summit in the United States. Zip lining in Costa Rica. It's like a 2-hour course. Horseback riding, Rock City in Tennessee, four-wheelers, Segway tours. And while I was out in Las Vegas, I rented this nice little Corvette ZR1 with the red bucket seats. And, you know, I was there for 10 days. So I just had a great time. Went to the dispensaries, of course, you know, got some legal. And I was just having the time of my life, man. I would get up, go down to the gym, work out in the morning, then go to the buffet, and then jump in this CR1 and drive all around Las Vegas, just, you know, getting into trouble. And then I took a helicopter tour to the Grand Canyon, and, you know, it was a dope tour because the helicopter actually landed in the pit of the Grand Canyon. And when you land that far down, you know, it's like underground almost, because it used to be an ancient ocean, but the water dried up millions of years ago. So when you finally land a helicopter and you get out, you still feel like you're underwater. It's almost like you can still feel the presence of all that water. And then there's zero sound. You'll actually be able to hear your heart beating and yourself swallowing. It's that quiet because sound can't penetrate that low because it skims over the top of the canyon. So it's just a real eerie experience. And back in the ATL, these are 2 of my 3 whips. So this is what we're talking about. If you got enough money, you'll probably have multiple cars, multiple houses, multiple girlfriends, and you'll be living your best life. So these are Lincoln MKZ hybrids. Some of the best cars that Lincoln has ever made. They're half gas, half electricity, but you don't have to plug them in like a Tesla. You just put gas in it and this thing goes. And they both have the panoramic sunroofs that open all the way up. They can parallel park themselves. You just press a button, it measures the parking space, and then it parallel parks for you. And then as you can see right here to the left, once you fill it up, and it's not even completely full, I still have like 2/8 of a tank left to fill it up, and it gets 40 miles per gallon, and that'll take you over 575 miles. So that's like a 6-hour drive straight without having to stop and refuel. And then of course, this is my 3rd whip, the BMW i8. It's also a hybrid, but you have to plug it in. But it's got 2 modes, sport and then sort of economy mode. And depending on which one you have it on, it'll recharge the battery. And then hanging up in my garage right here, I had these 2 dope bikes. I found these in China, and then I did some more searching around, and then I figured out I could order them from Amazon, but they're foldable, so, and they're electric. So you can put them just in your trunk or in your back seat and take it to a trail and unfold them, get on it and ride out. So I would take a date and we would ride out about 10, 20 miles. And when we got tired, we just flip a switch and come back on electricity. So it was just real dope things to have. I wish I could have brought them with me. All right, and so this is where I am now, but I'm actually outside on the patio. You can see the chair right behind me. So those are the chairs right behind me. I'm out on the patio where the pool is. And, you know, this is where I've been for the last 10 months. And I've been training people via Zoom right here from my computer. And, you know, I can see the dining room table and the kitchen and the front door. So I sort of made this my makeshift office while I've been here. And then this right here is a quick little video of the entire villa, so you can see, the layout, and you can see how I'm living. I pay $3,000 a month to rent this place. I have a rental car. I pay about $1,200 a month for that. We go to the grocery store every 2 weeks and spend about $400. I don't know how, but my girlfriends and her son just put everything in the bucket and in the shopping cart, and it usually come up to about 400. So yeah, this is the villa. So you can see your nice private pool, beautiful plants and flora all over the place, gazebo in the backyard. That's where I usually smoke my cigars. A little spa room, 3 bedrooms. Each bedroom has a king size bed, air conditioning, just the works. Beautiful place. So you can just relax and chill and live your best life. And of course, I like to hang around other Amazon sellers. So this is a field trip that I took to Tennessee with a whole bunch of other Amazon sellers from the ATL. And the most common question I get is this a scam? And I can tell you that this is not a scam. Amazon is a household name. Matter of fact, it'd be hard for you to meet somebody nowadays who has never heard of Amazon or who has never shopped on Amazon. So it just comes with the territory. And when the internet started, a lot of online universities start to pop up, and that put a lot of brick and mortar colleges out of business, and they lost their accreditation. And of course, that just left a surplus of books. And Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, said, okay, ship those books into us. We'll sell them for you on our platform. And when they sell, we'll give you a nice little percentage of the profit, and we'll just take like 5 to 15% for a fee for making that whole thing possible. So this is how Amazon got started selling books. It was just, they just came about at the right time, and Jeff Bezos had a good vision. So real simple story. And then, the average consumer, all they really know about is how to go to Amazon, purchase a product, and then they know that Amazon ships that product straight to the door. So they'll put it on the truck, and the next thing you know, Amazon Prime 2 days later, it'll arrive at their door. But what they don't know is, one, how do those products get to Amazon? Where do those products come from? So all Amazon products are primarily stored at Amazon fulfillment centers. Now, there's another segment of sellers who are called FBM sellers, and they'll ship those products out themselves. They don't ship the products into Amazon. They'll either have them at their house, in their garage, in their basement, in a spare room. And then once Amazon notifies them by email that the product sold, then they have the responsibility of shipping those products out. But then, where do you get the products from? So Amazon gets their products primarily from wholesalers and manufacturers. They buy in bulk at the cheapest price possible so they can get the price down, and then they'll put it in fulfillment centers and put it up on the marketplace. And over 60% of all the products that you see on Amazon are put there by third-party sellers like myself, my clients. So we actually make Amazon run. All right, so this is actually the very first product that I ever sold. And this is how I kind of discovered this business model. So later on, I'm gonna show you a screenshot of me in Colombia, and I'm at a table with a woman that I was dating from the ATL. She was a nurse, and she was like, yeah, I want to fly to Colombia and visit you for a week. So I was like, okay, no problem, come on. And then I'm at the table with 2 of my homeboys that I met in Medellin. And one of them he just had question after question for me. He was like, yo, you got private label products on Amazon. How'd you do that? How'd you set it up? How can I get into it? And basically he was like, but let me ask you a question. So he asked me, so you actually own like what you selling on Amazon right now, but can you sell stuff that you don't own? And when he asked me that, I had no idea. So I had to pretty much come back home to the ATL and just spend a whole lot of time trying to figure that out and put it together. But anyway, long story short, I put these statistics up here. And it says, based on the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average American goes to the grocery store approximately 120 times per year. So that averages out to about 2.3 times per week, where you are literally walking past hundreds of products just like this in your grocery store, where you could be scanning these products, finding the profitable ones, and then sending them into Amazon. And so if you knew about this and you had the Amazon seller app downloaded to your phone and you knew the entire process, you could literally scan this in a grocery store, right? Like I used to do. And it would be $2.86 in the grocery store. And when you scan it on your phone, it will pop up on Amazon and it'd be like, okay, this product is selling for $14.99 on Amazon. So you would be able to, what I did was I would just grab them all off the shelf, put them in my cart. So I would grab like 50 that they had available, and then I would check with a stock clerk and see if they had any more back in their inventory. And if he said no, then cool. If he said yes, I'd be like, okay, bring me what else you have. And so if you were to sell, so if you purchase 50 of these, then when you check out at the counter, it would be $143. But when you send these into Amazon, you're going to make $7.14 profit. So yeah, you spent $143 to buy it, but now after you sell it, you're going to make that $143 back, and you're going to make $357 profit. So think about that. You know, you go into the grocery store, you buy 50 of these, people looking at you like you crazy, but you ship these into Amazon, they sell for, 4 or 5 times the price, and boom, you start making money. So this is how I got my start. So, and anybody can do this, you just need somebody to walk you through it, because you cannot figure this out by yourself. You can't go watch any YouTube videos and try to figure this out. It's not going to happen. Trust me. I've seen more people fail that way, and it's just crazy. All right, so this is I'm gonna show you a couple of client testimonials so you can see that not only am I successful and I'm making money, but my clients are also doing well. All right, so here's Walter. He's actually a truck driver and he delivers a lot of Amazon loads. So he actually bought a plane ticket, flew to Dominican Republic to meet me in person, and I brought him out here to the villa. I set him down right in my office and showed him on the computer how all this is possible. And he was like, okay, where do I pay you? I'm signing up right now. So he signed up, and now this brother, he's still driving trucks while he, still build up his money, but now he's making about $4,350 every 2 weeks. So he's almost ready to quit the trucking business, sell his truck, and then, now I'm getting him ready to graduate him from the kiddie pool into the adult pool, where he'll be able to sell major brand name household products: Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Clorox, Mattel, Lego, Dell, Samsung, you name it. I can get you ungated to sell any product or any category. So you got 2 choices there. You can get ungated for an entire category, or I can get you ungated for any brand that you want to sell. This is another client of mine, Mark Metellus. Now, when Mark hit me up, he came from PhillyDom's YouTube channel, just like you guys are watching right now. And Mark was like, yo, Wayne, my wife and I are already selling on Amazon. We already have an account and everything. And, but we haven't been able to make over $1,000 a month, and we're selling books. So I was like, no problem. Here's the information you need to get started. Go ahead and just pay your one-time fee to join, and I'm gonna mentor you. And boom, here he is at $11,900 per month. So that's life-changing money right there. So I was able to take what he was doing on his own, which is him and his wife, and multiply that by 10 and help him out. And now he's probably past this, because this screenshot is about a good month and a half old now. So shout out to Mark. He's killing it, and he's on his way to some big numbers. And this is Vanessa. And when she reached out to me, she told me that her husband had a major stroke, and he was the breadwinner, and they had limited savings. So she was like, this has to work, or she don't know what she's going to do. And so, boom, you can see right there. She says, good morning, Wayne. Hope all is well. Thank you for your mentorship. My goal was to make 5,000 in sales, but as of last night, I made 6,000. So she beat what she was expecting to make by a whole $1,000 just based on the training that I gave her. And then that gave her the opportunity to go and do, you know, one of her passions, and that's write her own book. So here she is now, just still banking $6,000 a month, and then, you know, following her passions. This is another client of mine, Andrea Furlow, and you know, she hit the ground running and got started very quick. And she sent me this. It only took her a month and a half to get to making $1,242 in 45 days. So, you know, I'm going to train you step by step, and I'm gonna help you, you know, navigate the Amazon marketplace and avoid all the pitfalls and the mistakes that novice sellers make because they don't have, you know, leadership or mentorship. And while I was in Las Vegas for my niece's wedding, this is another client of mine. This is Tavar. She lives in Rancho Cucamonga, California, someplace like that. And she actually got in her car and drove 3 hours all the way up to Las Vegas just to come meet me. And this is us having dinner at Yard House in Las Vegas. And boom, you know, Tavar was able to hit $5,000 in 30 days because she had a lot of money to scale up. And then $436 in sales in one day. So you think about that, most people don't even make $436 after working 8 hours all day long. And yet, you know, I pretty much get my clients to the point where they're doing that every single day. And you only have to work your Amazon business for an hour a day maximum. All right. So that's just the numbers. 1 hour a day maximum. Not 8 hours a day, not 4 hours a day, 1 hour a day. All right. So here's another client of mine. This is Marsha and her husband Sheldon. And Marsha actually used to be my esthetician in Atlanta, so she would remove the moles off my face. And this is her making $1,200 every 2 weeks. And you know, now she's getting ready to scale that up. She just got back off a cruise, and now she's about to start private labeling her own products so she can put that in her esthetician business. So big up to Marsha. Of course, you can see her and her husband bought a plane ticket, came out to the DR to visit me, stayed with me at my villa for 6 days, and we just had a great time. So, you know, this speaks to the level of training and that I give my clients and what I put into my business, because my clients become like family, you know, become like my brothers and sisters. I don't play around. I'm ex-military, you know, my MOS was 11 Bravo, so that's infantry. And you know, infantry, you know, you're the first person on the front line when a war breaks out. So, you know, my mindset is all business. I don't play no games. This is another client of mine. He was sitting right where you guys are sitting. He came from PhillyDom's YouTube channel, and this is Anthony Hampton. And of course, in this screenshot, you can see this brother's was averaging $620 some days and making over $10,000 a month. And now he's actually closing in on $15,000 a month because this screenshot is like 2 or 3 months old. And this is me at my villa with 3 more clients who all purchased plane tickets and saw the quality of training that I was giving you guys. And they flew in to sit down with me and train in person. So this, as you can see, that's the dining room table right in the kitchen. And, you know, Jay Gustavo, Mike Logan, and Ernest Fultz. And Ernest Fultz just hit $3,000 a month right now on Amazon. So, you know, he's real happy. He's ready to turn up. Mike Logan and Jay Gustavo has some setbacks in their life personally. So, you know, it's going to take them more time to get to where they want to be. But I give everybody the same level of training, but I can't compensate for what goes on in your life personally. And this was actually the very first person I ever trained. And I used to play volleyball with this young lady. Her name is Elena from the ATL. And I've known her for 10 years. So pretty much when I started doing Amazon, we started playing volleyball together. And, you know, so I didn't really talk about it. I just sort of kept it a secret. And then over the next 5 years, when I started making some serious money, we had our volleyball team that went to the championship, made it all the way to the championship and lost, right? Everybody wasn't on their A game. And so to celebrate the loss or just making it to the championship, I took everybody out to Topgolf. So the whole team. Paid for everybody's food, everybody's drinks, couple rounds of golf. And then afterwards, Elena was like, all right, look, I'm looking at your cars. I'm looking at the money you just spent in Top Golf. Wayne, what the hell do you do for a living? Because you're not doing no regular type of stuff. So I invited her over to the crib and I trained her. And next thing I know, I look up, she sends me a screenshot and she's making almost $10,500 a month. And, you know, she's a single mother with a daughter, and this drastically improved her lifestyle, where she was able to buy a brand new townhouse and stop working and play volleyball as much as she wanted to and travel. And this right here was one of my second clients. So during the pandemic, you know, I wasn't training people. I was stuck at home like everybody else. The whole state of Georgia and the city of Atlanta was on lockdown. So the loophole was the only way you could leave your house is if you were going to work. So I registered for Uber, and that was the only way I was able to get out the house during the pandemic when we were on lockdown. And so I picked this young lady up from the airport, and she was like, damn, this is a nice car. She's like, why are you doing Uber in such a nice car? And I was like, well, I have 3 cars. And then, you know, one thing led to another. She got to ask me what I really did for a living. And so I invited her over to my crib and I gave her a presentation like I'm giving you now. And it was like, okay, where do I sign up and how much is it? So I told her the price. She paid me in cash. And then next thing you know, she would come over every day. She would stop at a Smoothie King, get us both some smoothies, and then we would start training. And then it only took her about 4 months to go from making zero money to making almost $3,000 to $5,000 every 2 weeks. And her husband actually gave her the $2,500 she needed to get started with the business. So shout out to Audrey and her husband. And now Audrey is out traveling the world like I'm doing. And now this is how I discovered this business model that I'm teaching you. So this is the picture that I was talking about. That's me in Medellin, Colombia. The little nurse from the ATL I used to date. And then Giordano on the left, he's a client of mine making $5,000 a month. And he moved from the UK to Colombia. And that's Luke Jordan from Arizona. And Luke Jordan was in Medellin approaching the Éxito grocery stores. They're the largest grocery store chain in Medellin, Colombia. And he was doing Google SEO search engine optimization for Éxito stores, and they were paying them $30,000 to rank them on the first page of Google. So I was like, man, that's a nice little business too. And so he's the one that sort of put that bug in my head to go out and start researching this. And now here I am years later, you know, mentoring people how to duplicate this success. And this is another client of mine. This is Renee. She's my first Canadian client. And she just sent me this screenshot the other day because she was so happy. And she had just made her first official Amazon sale because she really just now getting started. But in the United States, the competition level is 83% of all Amazon sellers. The competition is in the United States. So in the United States, you're going against the most competition. If you go over to the Canadian marketplace, that competition level drops by 60%. So Renee is going to do very well in the Canadian Amazon marketplace because she faces 60% less competition. But don't worry about the competition. I'm going to show you how to crush the competition anyway. So, but just wanted to share that with you. And, you know, I give you guys such great service, like I said earlier, that most of you become like friends and family to me. So there's 2 of my clients that just flew in. This is Adam. He's from Alabama. That's his second time just coming in, not to train, but just to kick it with me in the DR. And this is Ronnie, all the way from California. So this brother got to fly all the way across the United States, 5 hours. And then you got to do a layover somewhere in Florida, the ATL or New York, or possibly Charlotte. And then another 3.5 hour trip into the DR. So that's like 8, 9, 10 hours on a plane just to come see me and hang out with me. And that's what he did. I mean, we ain't do no training. We just hung out for 4 days and just kicked it. So, you know, this is the level of service that I provide that just goes above and beyond the call of duty. And, you know, the way I look at the world, I just see 4 different types of people. The first person is the one who has no job. So they got a lot of time, but they don't have resources to travel and they don't have a lot of money. The next person who has a job, but of course they still have limited resources to travel. And yeah, they're making money, but it's never enough money. Then you got the self-employed individual who you you don't really have any time because you spend all your time working and growing your business, but you do have more resources to travel and you do have a little bit more money than a person working a 9 to 5. And then where I want to get you guys to is the last position, which is being a business owner, where you'll have all your time, you'll be able to travel, and you'll have more money than you know what to do with. And this is how you boss up. This is how you change your status level. This is how you change your options. This is, you don't go to the dealership and you're like, I would really like that car, but I can't afford it, so give me this one. Nah, you go to the dealership and you be like, okay, give me this car, and they were like, okay, well, let me give me your credit, give me your social security number, let's run your credit and let's get you financing. And you be like, nah, that's not gonna be necessary. And then you wire the money straight to the dealership, and then you roll up out of there, and with the pink slip. So you got better options. You can move differently, and that's what I did with the motorcycles. So Novia and I went to the motorcycle shop in Cabarete, and I was like, okay, I want this one, and she wants that one. Asked them how much it was, and called my bank and was like, listen, I need for you guys to free up this amount of money so I could just swipe my debit card and pay for both motorcycles. And then we did that, and an hour later, they were pulling up at the villa and dropping them off. So you got options now. I'm real transparent, and if you're not serious about changing your life, if you're not serious about starting a business, if you're not going to put in the work, then there's no need for you to be here. Because I'm gonna let you know right out the gate that 90% of all startups, whether it be online or brick and mortar, fail. So I'm just looking for that elite 10% who are going to wake up every morning and work their Amazon business and not play around, not go ghost, not go on vacation, and not make excuses. If that's you, then this is not going to be a good fit for you, because I'm not going to tolerate you not putting in the work, and try, and you got to be hungry for this. I'm only want to work with people who have the same type of mindset as some of my most productive clients. I can't fly to wherever you live, knock on your door every morning, and be like, get up, work your Amazon business. You got to do that yourself. All right. So Fulfillment by Amazon was started in 2006. So that's what the actual service is. It's called Fulfillment by Amazon, which means you ship your products in and they handle everything else. They'll pick, pack, and prep your items, put it on a delivery truck or in one of the delivery vans for Amazon Prime. And then next thing you know, it shows up at your door 2 days later, Amazon Prime delivery. And so, interesting enough, 51% of the planet shops on Amazon, right? And you probably didn't notice, but these are the 9 largest retailers in the United States: Walmart, Home Depot, Costco, CVS, Target, Lowe's, Walgreens, Kroger, Best Buy. And also, what you probably didn't know is that Amazon is larger than all 9 of those retailers put together. So in terms of growth and what you could do on Amazon, the potential is untapped. And I'm going to give you guys a special surprise now, because I just unleashed another course yesterday, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek into it. And then I'm also pause halfway so I can answer some of the questions, and then we can wrap this up. So let me show you this real quick, right? So I don't know if you're going to be able to see my screen if I switch to tabs, but let's see. Now I'm going to have to, now you won't be able to see my screens if I switch to tabs. So I'm not going to do it, but I'm just going to talk about it. But, I just unleashed a new course on how to publish a book on Amazon. So if you've always wanted to be a published author, then this is your opportunity. Because basically what I showed in my course is, and I'm going to make this available to you guys. So the course is $297 early bird special. So if you just want the publishing course, then you could just let me know, hit me up and say, look, I just want the publishing course. I can afford the main Amazon course right now, but let me explain to you what's going on with Amazon. So if you're in the Amazon marketplace, right, and you're scanning products, you're going to notice that sometimes the competition might be in the hundreds of thousands. But Amazon also publishes books, right? So I'm going to show you guys how to write a book on Amazon. Not just one book, but as many books as you want. And you can write a book a day if you want. It's that easy. Doing just undertaking the process that I'm going to show you. So when you write one book, you get paid 3 times over because you get to convert that book over to an audio book, an ebook, and then a paperback book, right? And then Amazon asks you, do you want us to give you a free ISBN number or a paid ISBN number? You want to buy your own ISBN number. And the reason why you want to do that is so you could get paid all of your royalty rate and all of your publishing fees, right? And then other publishers from other platforms, and there's thousands of other publishers, not just Amazon, can come over and see that your book is doing well on Amazon, and they can send you an email and say, hey, we love your book. We would like to purchase, bulks of your book so we can sell it on our own platform. So not only will you just be able to write one book and sell it 3 times over, the audio book, the ebook, and the publishing book, but you'll also be able to sell it on all 15 Amazon marketplaces. And then if that's not enough, you're going to turn right back around and convert it over to every major languages. So 7, 10 different major languages, and now you're getting paid multiple times over. Now, I just had a class yesterday. I have a recording. So if you wanted to join if you want the Amazon publishing course that I just created, no problem. I send you over a recording. And I show that last month, February the 10th, somebody published a book. Oh, not even last month, but February the 10th of this month. That's 2 weeks ago. Somebody published a book, and now that book is making them $5,000 a month. And that's one book. And I can show you how to duplicate that same success. So I just made this available to all my existing clients, and I'm making this available to you guys. If you want to jump on this now, just let me know, and I'll forward that information over to you. But when I release this commercially, the price is going to be $8.97. But if you want to jump on the early bird special, it's only $2.97, and it just blows your way. So I show you how to write the book in under an hour. It's free. I show you how to get illustrations for the book. It's free. And then how to get that book up on Amazon as quickly as possible so it can start selling in as little as 3 days. All right. So now, without further ado, I'm going to just slide through here real quick and see if I can find some questions. All right. What's up, bro? PhillyDom, the legend. All right. He got some soul food joints. He posted my information. Shout out to Cali. Passport bros, I hate it right now. Yeah, that's because people are ignorant and they don't want you to live your best life. They want you miserable, angry, and black so you can be controlled. All right. Somebody was talking about traveling to hostels. Hostels are a great place to travel on a budget and meet other English speakers. And also, you're kind of safe because it's safety in numbers, of course. And let's see, just a question. What's your Amazon course? What's your recourse if Amazon suspends your account or permanently bans you and you're on the hook owing other people money? Yeah, so Trey Maurice, that don't happen under my mentorship. So I guarantee you that if you get suspended from Amazon and it's not your fault, then I can get you unsuspended. So I've had that happen to a couple of clients, and I had them deal with it. And of course, I've been doing this for so long. I know how to deal with Amazon. I have a great attorney who can write up a good legal letter for you, and you can forward that in, and you can take care of all that. And sometimes Amazon will freeze your account due to inactivity. And if that happens, I can also show you how to get around that. So, again, this is just what I do. This is not you going to purchase a course and watching videos. This is me holding your hand, no homo, and walking you through step by step. All right, just curious, why can't you learn to sell on Amazon online or on YouTube. So yeah, Big King Kingston is asking, yeah. So if it was that easy for you to just go watch a couple of YouTube videos on how to become an Amazon sellers, then everybody would be successful on Amazon. But yeah, YouTube gives a lot of free information, but it's bait and switch. You know, they're really just trying to get views to their videos. So they give you information and they give you a lot of good information sometimes, but it's not the quality of information you're going to need to be successful, especially on a global platform like Amazon. So here's the analogy I would give you, Big King Kingston. You know, if you want to learn how to be a basketball player, you could obviously go watch some YouTube videos, right? People will show you how to dribble. They'll show you how to shoot a jump shot. They'll show you some of the plays and all the basketball terminology. So yeah, you could go to YouTube and you can get that information. But what would you rather do? Go to YouTube and learn how to play basketball, or would you rather have LeBron James or Michael Jordan be your father? See, that's the difference. So that's the position I'm placing you guys in right now. It's like I'm your father, I'm your mentor. That's why I call myself Master Wayne. Or that's my clients call me Master Wayne, because my two favorite idols in life were Bruce Lee and Bruce Wayne, and they were both masters of their own domain. Domain being their entire environment, their entire lives, nothing to do with online. So if you master just one thing in life, then you could take that as far as your dreams have ever and your imagination will go. So again, yes, you can learn this on YouTube, or you could purchase a course. And I'm going to show you later where you can go purchase $130 course to learn about Amazon, but it's just the outline. It's not going to give you what you need to succeed. All right, after coaching costs and fees, how much money does a person need to get started with their products? All right, Big King Kingston, you're going to need about $250 a week to purchase your products and get started as an Amazon seller. So after you pay for the course, you're going to have a monthly subscription of just software. You need 5 different softwares to automate this business, and that's what makes it so easy. It took me 3.5 years to put this whole thing together so I could make it duplicable so anybody could do it if I just taught them the steps and gave them the resources and materials. So that's what I've done. I put together a whole package in a box for you. Say, okay, listen, I'm going to walk you through the seller application process. I'm going to show you how to format your account and get yourself ready. I'm going to connect you with a prep and ship center. And then I'm going to show you how to get your products from wherever you purchase them into prep and ship, and then into Amazon. And then I'm also here to answer any questions that you have. And this is the kiddie pool. And after you've done that for a while, I'm going to show you how to boss up and start selling the biggest brands in the world: Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, Mattel, Tonka Trucks, Barbie, Disney, Samsung, Dell, Fitbit, all those big name brands. I'm going to show you how to sell them all. Clorox, everything. All right, Trey Maurice, I commend the brother for this venture, but it's kind of like building a house of sand when you sell on another company's platform, as they have way more control. Well, Trey Maurice, that's the negative way to look at it. But what I teach you is brand diversity. So yes, you're going to get started on the Amazon platform, but in the matter of 6 months, you're going to have products that you own, and you're also going to have books that you're going to publish where you own the publishing. So even if Amazon decided to just kick every seller off the platform, you still have your own distribution business worldwide. So Amazon just helps you break into the marketplace, but it's all about your mindset. If you're building a brand, so obviously you're going to build a huge website, and this is going to put you into global distribution. You're going to know how to go out now and get products for the cheapest price anywhere on the planet, list them on your website, and then run your own traffic to your website and sell your products to hungry consumers who want what you're selling. So this is the whole process that I'm going to teach you. So Amazon is just a catalyst that makes this possible and speeds it up so we can get there quickly and with as little infrastructure as possible. So you don't need a warehouse, you don't need a brick and mortar store, you don't need any of that stuff. You don't need materials and logistics. All you need is the knowledge to piece everything together. All right. CJ, the mentorship is a one-time investment of $2,500. I call that plan A. And the reason why I call it plan A is because I make your success my success. So I have a vested interest in making sure you succeed. And I do that by taking a 15% equity stake in your Amazon business. So every 2 weeks, when you start making over $100, you'll give me a 15% kickback. Now, if you're a bona fide entrepreneur and you want to keep all your money, no problem. I have plan B, one-time investment of $7,500, and you keep 100% of everything you make forever on Amazon. And when you sign up, you got to choose in the very beginning which plan you want to go with, because you can't switch it up. All right, so now Amazon gives you the capacity to reach customers in 185 countries. And by the way, there are only 195, 196 countries in the world, depending on what day of the week it is. So Amazon gives you access to 100 fulfillment centers worldwide and 15 global sorting centers, right? So now, again, you got a global distribution business, and this is going to give you the knowledge and the wherewithal to get products for the cheapest price on the planet and produce your own brand. Like sometime later on this year, I'm going to be coming out with my own brand of sneakers, just like I'm an NBA player. You know, I work out at the gym a lot. I wear a lot of sneakers. And I'm gonna be dropping my own sneaker line, my own clothing line, and some other accessories that I think that men would love. So this just gives you the ability to now, you know, start bossing up. I'm friends with one of the owners of one of the best or the most popular sports bar in all of the ATL. His name is Al Austin, and he owns the U Bar. And, you know, I met with him one day on a Saturday to show him my Amazon business, and he loved it. And he started referring clients to me. And, you know, I noticed that he had on a pair of Alexander McQueen's. And, you know, I said to him, I was like, Al, yo, you shouldn't be spending your money on Alexander McQueen's. You should be spending your money on Al Austin's. And so I told him that basically, look, you need to private label and brand your own sneakers. You know, you already got, you know, branded stuff for your U-Bar business. And you got U-Bar glasses, cocktail glasses, shirts that the staff and the employees wear. So I was like, listen, you need to start branding your own clothing line. You know, stop wearing Louis Vuitton and Michael Kors and Alexander McQueen. Start wearing nothing but Al Austin. Put your own name on your own body and brand it and grow it. And then you'll be able to sell your brand. I was like, you don't have ownership in Alexander McQueen. You'll never be able to sell that. So this is what I teach all my clients. You know, I'm going to boss you guys up to a whole nother level of operating. And so this is a real world example. So you can walk into Target or you can buy this online for $16.99, right? When you buy this for $16.99, you can then resell this on Amazon for $52.98. And so that means you would walk away with a profit of $22.71. And that's a return on investment of 133%. And this sells 45 times per month with only 3 sellers. So you can see there is no competition. Matter of fact, here's the stock level. Between the 3 of them, they only have 8 in stock. But you can see this is going to sell 45 times for the month. So obviously, you'll be able to ship in 37 and sell all 37 of yours because these 3 sellers will be out of stock. And of course, you don't want to price yours at $44.98. You want to price it at $52.98 because that's the highest price. So here's the breakdown. You buy for $16.99, you sell it for $52.98. Amazon takes out their fee of $13.14, and then Amazon direct deposits straight to your bank account, $39.84. So if you're doing the math, this $16.99 that you spent to buy the product, boom, that comes right back to you as reimbursement. You get that back. And then on top of that, this is icing on the cake, you made $22.85 profit. So now you can use this $16.99 to go buy another one, do it again, and boom, you still got $22.85 profit. So if you want, you could buy a second one out of your profit, and you'll still have about $5 profit overall. So this, what I'm teaching you guys is just a win-win situation altogether. It's just a question of whether or not you're gonna make an excuse and not do it, and then kick yourself later, or whether or not you're gonna find a way to make this happen, because you got to be hungry. You know, if you're not a risk taker, this is not going to work for you, because I've never ever met someone successful who wasn't a risk taker. You got to take risks. If you don't take the risk, you'll never ever try. And if you don't try, you fail 100% of the time. So here's another example. Boom. Buy this from Joanne, the retailer, right? I'm even telling you guys where to buy this from, because again, I'm just being transparent. Buy this for $119, right? Send it into Amazon, sell it for $259, $77 profit, 66 return on your investment. And you can see right here, I will buy 5 at a time. Boom. And then when I buy 5 at a time, I automatically know that my profit output is going to be $385. So it would literally take me 5 minutes to do this. Every day I will wake up, turn on my computer, go to joanne.com, put 5 of these in my cart, check out, boom, I'm done. 5 minutes. I made $385 for the day. I have a client with me here right now in the DR. After this presentation, I'm gonna go over to his Airbnb, and I'm gonna sit down and train with him. And he's been here for about 5 days now. And when he first flew in here to meet me, he flew in a couple of months ago. He's a truck driver too. And I met him down at Roomba's, and I brought him to the villa and I set him down. And I showed him this right here. I purchased this product right here, and I made $385 in 5 minutes with him sitting right next to me right here in the villa. And he said to me, he was like, Wayne, I spend 10 to 12 hours in my truck. And yeah, I make about $400 a day, but it takes me 10 to 12 hours. And I'm sick right now because I just sat right here and watched you make $400. The same amount of money I'm taking, it takes me 10, 12 hours to make. I just watched you make this in 5 minutes. So this brother said, look, I'm down. Here's my money. Just let me know how we need to get this started. And he's here right now training, and we're going to change his life, and he's going to be able to get out that truck and retire, and he's going to boss up. All right, so here's another product. I used to buy this from Home Depot. It's a digital electric smoker. I used to buy it for $187.31. Sell it on Amazon for $500. I used to buy 8 at a time. So my profit would be $135. And check this out. Boom. I buy 8 for $187. That would cost, the cost would be $1,500, right? I would sell all 8 on Amazon for $499. Boom, that's $4,000. Amazon would take their fee, which is $1,416. And then what I'm left with, direct deposit into my bank account, is $2,583. So I'm reimbursed the $1,500 that I paid for the 8 electric smokers. And then on top of that, for that one day, I just made $1,000 profit. And this is what I do every single day. And this is what I teach you to do. And you don't even have to start off at that level. Because, right, I'm going to start you off in a kiddie pool so you can learn the logistics, learn your way around. And then we're going to take you from the kiddie pool to the adult pool, where there's lingerie, bathing suits, 6-packs, Coke bottle figures, warm water, beautiful weather, music, alcohol, and maybe a little ganja. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to graduate you and take you to the adult pool. So I'm going to give you a cap and gown. You're going to walk across the stage. I'm going to hand you a diploma, and then I'm taking you into the wholesale game, where you're now able to buy directly from wholesalers and manufacturers in bulk, whatever quantity you want, know whether or not it's profitable in advance, and then take it to the next level. All right, so CJ is asking, he understands that the mentorship is a one-time investment for $2,500 for plan A. And he says, but why take 15% forever if you're already making good money in a millionaire? All right, so CJ, the answer to that is, I'm going to show you what my competition charges. And when you see what my competition charges, and how much money they take from you. Matter of fact, let me just forward through the presentation to show you that, because I want to be real transparent and I want you to see what's going on, so you understand that why I have it set up the way I do. All right, where are we? Okay, boom. CJ, here's what the competition charges that has a similar business model to what I do. Now, they'll set up your entire Amazon business for you, so you won't have to do none of the work. I mentor you the same exact way to set everything up, but I just walk you through it so you can see the process of knowing how it's done. They'll do everything for you, but they're going to charge you $18,000 to do everything for you. And you see right down here, and this is, I hit them up and asked them about this. They didn't know who I was. I just said, look, I'm interested in your course. I mean, you know, your services. So, and they'll help you set up a Walmart account or Amazon account. They'll do both. But they're going to take 50% of your profits forever. So do you want to pay $18,000 for somebody to mentor you through this process and set you up for a lifetime of success? Or do you want to pay $18,000 and them take 50%? Because I made my mentorship available based on the competition, and I made sure that it's the cheapest price available on the planet at this level. So a millionaire coming all the way back down to the community, handing out Thanksgiving turkeys, handing out toys for Christmas, helping people, you know, when they need it. And I'm on the ground level helping you guys to ascend to a boss level. And so, you know, my price is $2,500. Nobody else has a price even close to that. Here's my next closest competition. All right, this is called Amazon automation. They're gonna charge you $15,000, right? Just for your Amazon account. And then you have to have $50,000 just to order products. And they're only gonna pay you 2% of your profits every single month. So CJ, that's the go-between. That's why I only charge $2,500 and giving you pretty much overkill, I'm over delivering just so I want to see you succeed. So that's why I take 15% forever. And also, in about a year from now, maybe a couple of months from now, some of my clients actually have the opportunity to sell their Amazon account, because the Amazon account is going to be a year or two old, and they're going to be making probably like $50,000 a month. So if you take $50,000 a month, multiply that by 12, that's $600,000 a year. So you're going to be able to sell your Amazon account, and I can help you broker that whole deal, and I'm going to get 15% of that. So when I send you over a contract to get started, all that's written into the contract. And so you'll be able to sell your Amazon account for 2 to 3 times the evaluation. So if you're making $600,000 a month, $600,000 a year, $50,000 a month, you get a 3-year evaluation, then that's 1.6 times 3 is 18. That's $1.8 million. Or if you get an evaluation of 2 years, that's $1.2 million. So I get 15% of that overall number. And then you can go back in, open up another Amazon account that has nothing to do with me, because now I've taught you the process, and now you can keep 100% of everything that you do. So that's why I charge $2,500 to teach you this, because it's the cheapest mentorship, becoming a successful Amazon seller on the planet. If you find somebody with a mentorship doing the same thing that I'm doing for a cheaper price, by all means, sign up with them and get busy on your way to success. But, you know, I keep it all the way gangster and 100%. And I make sure that I have a vested interest in making sure that you guys succeed. So that's why I keep the 15%. So, you know, that way, if you start making $50,000, then you're paying me 15% of that. Then obviously I've been motivated the whole way to help you get the $50,000 a month. But you know, if I don't have any vested interest in your success, then once I train you, then that's it. You know, I'm going to stop answering your calls. I won't be answering emails. I'm going to be in Brazil with PhillyDom turning up. So, or Thailand, smoking some legal. So, there you go. That's why I charge 2,500, and that's why I also give you the opportunity to buy out my equity and just purchase the 7,500 plan. And that way everybody wins. So whatever option you want, it's available for you. Now, next question I get is Amazon FBA oversaturated? So again, we're not going to listen to other people's opinions. We're not going to listen to what other people are talking about. We're going to do it by the numbers. So check this out. All right. So every single day, and this is old information. I need to update this. Amazon makes $638 million per day. So there's 350 million people in the United States. If Amazon were to pay every single person in the United States $1,000 a day, they would still profit $288 million a day. So that means every person in the United States overnight would start making $30,000 a month in income. There would be a dramatic decrease in crime. There would be a dramatic decrease in everything. As a matter of fact, no employees will be able to hire anybody. Nobody would want to work. Everybody in the United States would be on vacation, and we would have to bring in people from other parts of the world to work for us while we on vacation. So, it would open up Pandora's box. But that answers the question definitively as to whether or not Amazon is oversaturated or not. All right, so if you guys haven't figured this out or not, this is just really just digital real estate, right? And so what I want to show you now is, boom, this is what I charge. And again, I just explained this in detail, and this is why I do this. I'm on the ground level helping you guys succeed. So one-time investment of $2,500, and then an equity stake in your Amazon business where I take 15% into perpetuity. Perpetuity means forever. And I just broke down the reason why. My competition is going to charge you either $18,000 or $15,000. Matter of fact, I had a guy who called me. He was like, Wayne, I want to join. I just saw you on PhillyDom, but I went with another company, and my wife and I got caught up. They charged them $30,000. And then they sent them an email one day and was like, look, we can't get y'all started because Walmart isn't taking any new applications. And they froze their $30,000, but it was in the contract. So he had to wait like 6 months just to get his money back. And they weren't even able to get him started. And so, boom, I'm not charging you $30,000. I'm not charging $18,000. I'm not charging $15,000. One-time investment of $2,500. And it's going to take me 3 months to fully train you. And so if you add up 12 weeks, or if you divide 12 weeks into 2,500, that's me paying myself to mentor you $200 a week on average. So, CJ, would you work for $200 a week? I'm hoping the answer is going to be no, because most people wouldn't work for $200 a day. Because let's say you're getting paid, how much is, if you get paid $200 a day and you work for 8 hours, let's say $20 would be $160. Yeah, you're only making like $25 an hour to make $200 a day. So would you work for that amount for a whole week? So that's what I'm doing for you. I'm on the ground level, self-made millionaire. I could just be chilling by the pool right now, minding my own business. But instead, I decided to mentor 100 people to success because that's just my way of giving back. If you don't give back, you can't have good karma in life, and that's what you gotta do. You got whatever you put into your life is what you take out. So life is like a big cup. If you put nothing but dirt in your cup, when you get thirsty and you go to drink, that's what you're gonna get out of that cup. You're gonna get dirt. But if you put spring water in your cup, when you get thirsty and you come back to it to drink, boom, you're gonna quench your thirst. So that's it. That's what I'm doing. All right. So let me go through here and see if there's any more questions. All right. Does the average Big K Kingston is asking, do the average successful student under your coaching make $10,000 a month How long does it take to make that? Takes you about 6 months, Big King Kingston, to get to $10,000 a month under my mentorship. And then once you get to $10,000 a month, you pay $20 a month to Amazon to get commercial liability insurance. And then, I show you how to make sure your LLC is fully set up. You have a reseller's permit, and then hook you up with the ungating service and get you ungated and eligible to sell any brand in the world. And then now we can start scaling up to a boss level. All right. And Joseph A is say, disappointed you're selling Amazon sales courses in 2023. Come on, bro. Well, Joseph, how many people have you helped this year? Because I've mentored 75 people this year, and I got 5 clients making over $10,000 a month. So if I wasn't selling Amazon courses and mentoring people, that wouldn't have been possible. And I got a whole other handful of people making even money. So that's what I do. I take the knowledge that I have and I come back ground level, put it in the course and be like, listen, you don't have to go to work and work this menial 9-to-5 job. And so when the economy gets bad, they hand you a pink slip and send you on your way, but you got a family to provide for. I put all this knowledge together in a course and give it to you. And I don't give it to you for free, because if you give somebody something for free, they won't appreciate it, they won't evaluate it, and it's just going to go by the wayside. You never appreciate anything you get for free, but you always appreciate something that you got to pay for that's of value. So that's why everything costs in this world. And so I do this to help people on the ground level. So Joseph A, you got to get your mindset right, bro. Because, when you put together something like this, you help people change their lives who want it. Now, not everybody is going to want it. Some people will feel comfortable working a job, working a 9-to-5. And here's a little story for you. When I first started this, I started private labeling a pair of nail clippers that I named the Smiley Face Nail Clippers. And people have copied my brand on Amazon multiple times. But if you go to Amazon and you see a smiley face embedded in a pair of nail clippers, I designed that. All right. So it's been copied many times over. When I showed this to my family, they all laughed. They broke out in laughter. And then, so at that moment on, I just stayed quiet about it. And then 90 days later, I woke up and I was making $634 a day with private labeling. And so, boom, here I am, a self-made millionaire, still helping people get money, because I got 3 brothers watching me travel around the world, live my best life, but they're so prideful and hurt that they just sit there and laugh like the rest of my family. Oh, you selling nail clippers on Amazon? That's funny. Well, they're all deadbeats and alcoholics, watching me travel the world, living my best life. So, again, my analogy earlier is if you're homeless on the side of the street, people gonna talk about you and be like, oh, I went to street with that dude right there. I went to school with him in high school. We sat right next to each other. We used to be cool, but now he homeless, sleeping in the box. Or they're gonna talk about you if you're living up in the penthouse like I am, or in a villa somewhere. They're still gonna talk about you. But whether they talk about you good or bad, you want to make sure you living your best life. So, it is what it is. The world is a cruel, harsh place, but you just want to grind and make sure you do what you need to do so you can provide for yourself, your family, and not have to answer to anybody. So, Joseph A, you might be disappointed that I'm selling Amazon courses, but I'm disappointed that you're going to go to work Monday morning and make somebody else rich. So that's just something to think about. You got to build your own. You're a man with 2 hands and 2 feet like everybody else. You got to blaze your own path in life. I just try to make it easy for you to blaze that path. All right, Trey Maurice, if someone needs to profit at least $10,000 a month, how much would they need to gross in sales? So there's no way Trey Maurice, there's no real way to measure that. It's going to be based on your return on investment. So that's your ROI. And 2, what segment of product price you're purchasing in. So here's an interesting statistic on Amazon. if you sell products over $101 on Amazon, that only accounts for 1% of all Amazon sellers. So that's a crazy statistic, right? But when you become a client of mine, I'm gonna share a spreadsheet with you that breaks down all the statistics about Amazon sellers. So 72% of Amazon sellers are male. The biggest percentage of Amazon sellers have a bachelor's degree, followed by a master's degree, and then a high school diploma. Only about 23% are female. And then you got another portion of Amazon sellers who do both FBA and FBM. And then most Amazon sellers never end up making over $500. But the same amount of work, you can go from making $500 to between $10,000 and $10,000 a month and $50,000 a month. It takes the same amount of work. It's just all about how you go about doing it. And so I can provide you with a full in-depth PDF that breaks down every statistic you've ever want to know about Amazon. All right. So Trey Maurice, use to get to 10K a month, it's just gonna be based on what you're selling, how fast it sells, and what the price is. So if you're selling gazebo furnitures or these lounge chairs, these are about $200-300 a piece. So if you're selling those, obviously you're gonna make more profit. So you can make $10,000 a month selling a lot bigger revenue. Now I do know that one of my clients, Anthony Hampton, he had 48 products. So 48 products got him to $10,000 a month. So I know the number of products, but you can't calculate the other variables because it's going to be too many equations to factor in. All right, Moochie T, did you say 44 billion a year? I see 2021 annual sales of 121 billion, 44 billion, and 365 is 16 trillion. Total US GDP was 20.5 trillion to 21. Your numbers are off, brother, on Amazon sales. Yeah, so I just took that screenshot just months ago, maybe almost half a year ago. And so, yeah, they've done a lot more by now. So their sales are a lot bigger. So those numbers are even more exponential. But I'm just making a point to show people that Amazon is not saturated. If Amazon could afford to pay everybody, every man, woman, and child in the United States, $1,000 a day, where everybody would be making $30,000 a month, and they're still profitable to almost $300 million a day, then no, it's not saturated by any means. So that's what I was just giving those numbers for. All right, so excuse me. All right, so Joe Burke is asking, how long have you been doing this? Joe Burke, you can watch this presentation again in its entirety, but I've been doing this for 10 years. I started in 2013. I was married at the time. My wife was a chronic shopper, and she used to shop on Amazon, eBay, Etsy, everywhere. That if they sold something, she was shopping on that platform. And one day I noticed how, the products on eBay were twice the price of the products on Amazon. So that got me into drop shipping and got me in. Eventually, I got into private label with Amazon, and I've never looked back. All right, Moochie T said, I thought you said $44 billion a day. Nah, I never said $44 billion a day. I said $638 million a day is what Amazon reported their gross revenue to be per day. And so I was making a point that people say Amazon FBA is oversaturated, but that's not true, because the Amazon could afford to pay everybody in the United States, all 350 million people, $1,000 a day, and they would still be profitable almost $300 million a day. All right. So E.H. Wingate, at least you're trying to help and show brothers the way. There is a price for everything. Keep doing God's work. Absolutely, Wingate. Appreciate that. Some people just, you can't help them because their mindset is already, just going in the wrong direction. So, it's, in order to help somebody, they need to be coming towards you and not walking away from you. All right, CJ, I definitely need a change to get away from this 12-hour shift. Absolutely, man. There's no reason for anybody nowadays to be working 8 hours a day, let alone 12 hours a day. I mean, when our parents were growing up, yeah, this wasn't available. There was no internet. There were no cell phones. They had to go in and grind and get it out the gutter, not unless they were to start their own business or a brick and mortar business. And there was a lot of steps into that. But at this day and time in 2023, there are more people living and working as digital nomads, free from that 9 to 5 constraint more than ever. So, you guys, you got to wake up. You got to get out, start thinking out the box. And more importantly, you just got to take action. You know, I'm not going to sit here and preach to the choir because I'm all about, putting in work. I don't sit back and make excuses and be like, oh, I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. Nah, no, sir. I get up in the morning, put my pants on, and I grind it out. I go to work. All right, facts. Wake up, work out for yourself. Yep, that's the routine you got to develop, man, because nobody's here is going to give you anything. Gas is like at an all-time high. The real estate market is slowing down. One day, my father walked into my bedroom and he had a jar full of ants, right? In that jar were red ants and black ants, and it was like an equal distribution of ants. So it was like 200 red ants and 200 black ants. And he set the jar down on the nightstand right beside my bed, and he was like, "What do you see?" And I was like, "I see a jar full of ants." I'm like 12 years old at this time, right? I see a jar full of ants, some red, some black. And he shook his head. He was like, "Very good." Then he picked up the jar of ants and he shook it violently and set it down. And my eyes got this big. And I was like, yo, what's going on? Automatically, the red ants started to kill the black ants, and the black ants started to kill the red ants. And I'm sitting there horrified as a 12-year-old watching these ants just kill one another. And it was like grotesque. I mean, they were going in and they confined in this jar. And I'm like, damn, this is crazy. But I never, ever forgot that. And I think about that almost every day because it was the most valuable lesson my father ever taught me. And he was like, son, listen here. He was like, on this planet, there are millions of species, but human beings are the only species where it's just a number of one. Snakes, birds, fish, millions of variety of them, millions, different species, different size, quantities. Human beings, one. But all we do is whenever somebody shakes up the world, all we do is start killing one another. And we're only one species. And so this is what he taught me. He taught me that you can't control whether or not you're born into this world as a red ant or a black ant. And he said, you can't control whether or not somebody picks up the jar and shakes it violently. He's like, the only thing you can control is how you choose to react. And when he told me that, my mind just exploded with possibilities. And it changed my life forever. And I was only 12 years old. So that's just a little lesson I'm dropping to you guys, that this is how they keep you programmed every day. Instead of you working together with your brother or living with family members so y'all could start a business and pool your money together, all it takes is one thing in this world for somebody higher up that you'll never meet and never see, for them to shake the jar, and the next thing you know, y'all at each other's throats and you're not working together. So that way they can control you. This is a slave mentality that was used years ago. Condition one slave to tell on everybody else. So if one slave tried to escape, then another one would tell, and that's how they kept everybody in line. This is how you're being kept in line. Whenever you get out of pocket or out of place, or that jar is shook up, all you do is start attacking the man or woman right next to you. And that's just going to keep you right where you are. So that's the most important thing that my father ever taught me. And I'll never forget that. Yeah, he said, I keep getting denied by Amazon merch. That's because you're not going through the process correctly, So, if you just go through it thinking you know how to do it, or you watch a couple of YouTube videos, then that's not going to help, man. You're going to have somebody walk you through how to do it correctly. And that's how you do it. It's like if you knew somebody high up in a company that was doing well, they can probably easily get you, in for an interview, and then you'll have to, pass the interview yourself though, or maybe they could just get you in and hire you. So it's just, many ways to go about doing something. A lot of people, if you go about trying to do it yourself, then yeah, there's going to be a whole lot of difficulties. All right, thanks for your response. I assume someone should gross about 14,000 to 21,000 a month to get 10K, as 45 to 65% margins will be realistic. That's correct, Trey Marie. So again, you always have to factor in your return on investment, what type of products you're purchasing, how fast those products sell, what category they're in, whether or not they're seasonal or whether or not they sell year round. There's just too many factors to name, but once you get started selling, and if I'm mentoring you, I break down all those factors and variables so you'll know how to negotiate the landscape. All right, and how is this program different? This is a mentorship, so you'll never have to really learn anything. I'm walking you through step by step everything you need to do, holding your hand. So this is not a course where you pay me your money and then you got to watch, 2 weeks worth of videos and hope that you learn everything. No, this is me taking you step by step through the entire process. All right. Am I able to get 2 Amazon businesses in my name? I'm asking so I can own one after I sign a contract with you. So Wingate, yes and no. So Amazon is very restrictive on you having 2 Amazon accounts. And the reason they do that is because a lot of people try to commit fraud. They'll open up one Amazon account, they'll get suspended or banned, and then they'll go try to open up a duplicate. So starting off as a new seller, Amazon isn't going to allow you to have 2 Amazon accounts. But if you start off with your one, you build that up, you become successful, and you sell it, then you can show Amazon that you sold it. You no longer have ownership over that. Then they'll allow you to open up a second one and start over. So no problem. They'll see that you're a productive Amazon seller. You had a good track record. You built your account up to a few, maybe 50 stacks a month, $100,000 a month, whatever. And believe it or not, there are people on Amazon making $1 million a month. There's Amazon sellers making $500,000 a month, $100,000 a month, 250, 50. So the Amazon money that I make a month, that's a drop in the bucket to what you could do because your potential is unlimited. All right. And Samuel Britton is saying, keep teaching. Absolutely, Sam. That's all I do, man. That's my cousin, Sam Britton, right there. Shout out to him. And this is what I do. I love teaching people, giving back that knowledge because, a lot of people think that power is prestige, but power comes from knowledge, and knowledge comes from applying that knowledge. Because if you never apply that knowledge, all you have is information. So you got to take the knowledge that you have and you have to apply it so it becomes power. And then you can start making some moves and changing your life. And guys, it looks like that's the end of all the questions. So I appreciate you being on the presentation tonight. PhillyDom has posted my contact information with you guys. And if you have any other further questions, just let me know and I can answer any questions that you have. You can contact me directly. And so that's it. Master Wayne signing off.